Hello there, I'm Eric Renno. This is a video for pixeledit.co.uk. In this video I'll be looking at Wood Camera. So let's jump in and have a look. I'm just going to tap on Wood Camera to open it up, and here we have a black screen. Now that's because there's no assets here as yet, but I can easily add them. So I'm going to click on Camera Roll down the bottom left hand corner, then click on the folder where the image was to come from, in my case the Pixel Edit folder. And there's just the one picture in there, so I'm going to click on that, and sure enough it imports it into the assets. Now once it's here I can start editing. I'm going to click on it and then click Edit. Now we're in the editing screen, and the real heart and beauty of Wood Camera. We've got some icons down at the bottom there, and we're going to work across them from left to right, starting with the very one on the left hand side. And here we can rotate the image, or if I click on the arrow there on the right hand side, we can straighten. If I just click and hold on this little circle here, I can swing it backwards and forwards, and sure enough I can straighten my image. Okay, that's going to be about right. Now I can go on to the next icon, which is the crop tool, and you can see I've got various options here. I can have no cropping at all. I can do it freeform. I can also choose to use the golden ratio, the original ratio, or the one I'm going to choose in my case, square, because I know that this image is going to end up on Instagram. Now I can make this bigger and smaller just by grabbing the corners here and just dragging it in. And I can move it around as much as I please too. I'm going to go to about here. Let's go on to the next icon along the bottom there, and these are the lenses. Now there's lots of new lenses in Wood Camera now, and you can see if I scroll along there's a fair few of them. I'm going to go right to the end and just have a look at some of these here, and they go from the sublime to the quite ridiculous, some of them. If I come down to this one you can see it's quite strange, but here's one I'm going to choose. Now at the top you can see that I've got another slidey bar, and this means I can reduce the lens intensity or the opacity of the effect that's being put on. I'm going to leave it about there. Now once again we've got this right facing arrow. If I click on that we get more options still. So the brightness, I can increase or decrease the brightness of this image. I'm going to bring this one somewhere in the middle. Again on the right hand arrow I get my contrast. I can increase and decrease. Arrow again for sharpness. Now you can really sharpen in here, but I don't really want to go that far. I tend to stay around about this area here. Another tap on the right hand arrow for saturation. How much saturation do I want to pull through? That'll do me fine. One more tap on the arrow and we've got a hue which we can add to our image. Now that can be a nice effect if you want it. In this case I don't really. Let's go back down to the bottom and go to the next icon across. If I click on that, now we've got some textures. Let's pick some texture from the list we've got. There's some really nice ones in here. I'm going to scooch right back to the beginning though and pick this aquatic one. You see it's put this nice grungy effect on there. But again at the top we've got this texture intensity, so I can actually bring that down so it's not quite so grungy. Good. Next one along, this is called tilt shift. Now I'm going to push this onto the line here and switch it on, and you can see we've got this nice tilt shift going on. I can pinch and widen it, I can pinch and close it, and like I say I can just move that to where I want it to be. I can also change this from a line going across like that one to the circle, so we get this kind of blur on the outside. And I can position that where I want to as well, and I can make that bigger and smaller with my pinch motion. In this case I think I'm going to go back to the line there and put it about where the signal box is, maybe make it just a little bit wider. There's a right facing arrow again. Let's click on that, and this time it's going to take us to vignette. Now a very nice vignette in the Wood Camera, as you can see. It does a really fantastic job. I'm just going to add just a little bit. Finally, the last icon adds a frame, and again we've got lots of choices. I'm going to pick a nice simple frame for this one. Maybe not one quite so thick. There we go, that's looking nice. Now anywhere along my process here, I can come up to the middle at the very top and change this button from effects to the eye icon, and so we can have a look and see how our image is doing. Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to click done at the top right hand corner. It saves it back to that assets folder we saw just a moment ago at the very beginning of our process. And there we are. Now I can click on the share icon down the bottom left, and we can share to any of these social media networks. In my case, I'm going to share to Instagram. Another little pop-up comes up, and click on that, and sure enough, up comes my Instagram. I'm ready to go. There we go. That's Wood Camera. I'm Eric Renno. I'll see you next time.